Phillip Schofield's former ITV pals are united in response to TV comeback. Phillip Schofield divided fans and former colleagues when he announced his TV return with Channel 5 series, Castaway. Former This Morning presenter Phillip Schofield's unanticipated return to TV has divided the nation after he revealed he took part in Channel 5's Castaway. This week, the star, who last year quit his role at ITV after admitting to an unwise but not illegal affair with a much younger colleague, revealed he starred in Channel 5 series Castaway, bringing an end to his quiet 16-month absence from TV and awards shows. The 3-episode series follows the former Dancing on Ice co-host as he's stranded on a desert island off the coast of Madagascar for 10 days. They will be left alone to document their own experience using a variety of cameras. The synopsis for the show read, "The famous face has to confront the challenges of total isolation, the forces of nature, and the battle within their own mind." On Wednesday morning, Phillip announced the news by sharing images of himself filming for the show and told his followers, "Now you know how I spent my summer, alone for 10 days, no food, no water, no crew. My story of survival, both on a desert island and off it," before announcing the release date. After the news came out, Eamon Holmes, who hasn't been shy about his dislike for the presenter, had a very telling reaction. When his affair was exposed, Eamon was quick to take to social media and fume. Schofield has finally been caught out and branded ITV the Ministry of Lies. He also said that he and his former wife Ruth Langsford had been taken for fools by Schofield after comforting him live on TV when he came out as gay. Eamon said he had felt used and ashamed after his ITV colleagues had lied to him as he hid out at them on social media. On his GB News breakfast show with Isabel Webster, the stars looked less than impressed with Phillip's return to TV. "Is this not just the chance for a narcissist to have more me time on screen?" fumed GP Dr. Renee Hoenderkamp. She added, "I don't want to know his story, I'm not interested in it. I know that he's a celeb and people do seem to lap up any news, whether it's good or bad, but I think it's time maybe he stayed on the island." Meanwhile, former Home Office Minister Norman Baker fumed, "So what? I don't want to know about it, I'm not interested in it. Why is the Sun giving 2 pages to it? I suppose it sells papers, but really, is that the most important thing in the papers?" Isabel interrupted, adding, "Well, he was one of our most high-profile presenters in the country. He was married and he had 2 children when the scandal emerged. He lost all of his TV work including Dancing on Ice. He fell out with his one-time best friend and co-host Holly Willoughby, who also, quite frankly, didn't she lose her job off the back of it all?" Isabel added that Schofield had to leave social media in the wake of his scandal. "My heart bleeds," fumed Baker, while Eamon let out a little chuckle. The broadcaster was heard adding, "Very good." Loose Women star Nadia Sawalha was quick to react to Phillip's news on her Coffee Moaning podcast, which she hosts with her husband Mark Adderley. Nadia explained her thoughts on the new show and said, "The trailer was popping onto phones all over the place yesterday and everyone was aghast. When I was first sent it, there was no message with it, so I thought it was a joke." She added, "I just couldn't believe it." She further commented, "First of all, I cringed. If I'm honest, I absolutely cringed when I saw that video. I thought, that is so embarrassing, that was my first feeling." When one person shared that they were keen to hear Phillip's side of the story, Nadia responded, "That's interesting because I feel he's told his side of the story. I feel like we've only heard his side of the story because he did that great big spread in The Sun and another interview." Nadia answered another person who claimed that Phillip purposely rocked the unshaven look to evoke sympathy from fans. Nadia said, "He's also very clever, so I think he understands an audience and I think he knows how to speak to an audience. So I think, yes, he'll be very, very careful." Later on in the podcast, she shared, "He lied to everybody at work. He left people to deal with his S*T, I feel, in my opinion." Vanessa Feltz, who was a regular guest on ITV and had been pals with Phillip for years, hoped the series would bring him peace. Vanessa said, "I'm surprised but delighted, and I hope it's great entertainment, and I hope that he achieves from it whatever he wants to achieve." Talking to The Sun on behalf of online bingo site HeartBingo, she added, "I'd like to see it, I'm intrigued to see it and I wish him all the very best." Although she divulged that the kind of show he has chosen for his comeback has come as a shock. She continued, "No, not at all. I see why he would have chosen it, although it's not what I would have expected. It seems to me that he would have autonomy over it, he is the only person in it, he was the only person filming it. Vanessa added that the concept of just him and a camera for 10 days left her thinking that he would have felt as if he could orchestrate it, and that it would be authentic. Nobody would manipulate him, he wouldn't sort of end up on the cutting room floor because he was the person actually making the film. Meanwhile, the news he shared on Instagram didn't go down well with his celebrity pals, as only two famous faces close to Phillip appeared to like his news: Dermot O'Leary, Alison Hammond and Josie Gibson. Comments on the post had been turned off. There was no sign of his former close friend Holly Willoughby supporting him after he posted the announcement. Agony Aunt Vanessa Feltz reveals how she's been supporting pal Ruth Langsford after Eamon Holmes' split and admires her dignity. Vanessa reveals she wants Davina McCall to launch a new show for her. Vanessa Feltz has revealed she's been supporting friend Ruth Langsford after her split from husband Eamon Holmes. The daytime TV stars have been pals for years, and Ruth, 64, previously said her heart broke for Vanessa, 62, when she split from fiancé Ben Ofodu, 52. Now it's Vanessa's time to provide a shoulder to lean on after Eamon and Ruth ended their relationship back in June. In an exclusive interview with The Sun on behalf of Heart Bingo, she said, "Okay, the answer is yes, but I completely respect her desire, quite rightly, to keep this as, from her perspective, dignified, quiet, and just deal with it, yeah, on her own, privately. So, of course, she's my actual friend in real life. I've been in contact, but I certainly respect her, and admire her dignity, and her silence over this, and that's really all I want to say about it." Eamon, 64, who is now confined to a mobility scooter, has gone public with his new girlfriend Katie Alexander, 42. The pair were pictured on holiday in Spain earlier this month, which is when Ruth reportedly decided to remove the stairlift from the home they used to share. Meanwhile, back in Christmas 2022, Vanessa was left heartbroken after discovering her partner of 16 years had cheated on her. In the aftermath, Ruth praised Vanessa for the way she dealt with the public split. She said on Loose Women, "I have to say, Vanessa is a friend of mine and my heart is breaking for her. It's hard enough when you go through a breakup, but when you have to do it so publicly, it's so hard. I think she has taken ownership of this though, and she's poured her heart out on social media, but it is true, once the trust is gone, you can never get it back." Vanessa went on to star in Celebs Go Dating in a bid to move on from Ben, but she had no joy finding a lasting partner. But there is another TV show she'd love to find romance on, an older version of ITV's My Mum, Your Dad, which sees the kids of middle-aged singletons oversee their parents' love life. She said, "I just think if Davina McCall does what she says she'll do, and Davina does often do what she says she'll do, so she says that she wants to do, instead of my mum, your dad, your grandma, my grandpa. Sign me the FK up for that, book me, I want to be the first celebrity signee for that, and let her find me someone's nice grandpa and fix me up, I think that'd be great." This Morning Star hopes Phillip Schofield's risky TV return is a success. The three-part Channel 5 series, Castaway, will see the former ITV star marooned on a desert island. Vanessa Feltz has said that she hopes Phillip Schofield's return to TV is a success, but admitted it is a risk. The TV presenter has wished the former This Morning host all the luck in the world, after it was revealed he is to take part in the brand new Channel 5 show Castaway. The three-part series, which begins on Monday, September 30th, will see him marooned on a desert island for 10 days armed with nothing but camera gear and a lip balm, following his near 2-year absence from the limelight. Announcing the new series on Instagram on Wednesday, September 25th, more than a year on from his resignation from ITV last May, he called the show his story of survival, both on a desert island and off it. The series will see the former presenter getting to grips with isolation across 10 days and 9 nights. Channel 5 said the experience of Phillip being left alone allows him to confront the challenges of total isolation, the forces of nature, and provides the time to battle within his own mind as he explores his own controversial story. Following the announcement, Phillip's former co-star Vanessa has told metro.co.uk, "I just think whatever he does to make him feel better, I wish him all the luck in the world. Obviously, I haven't seen it, so I don't know how he copes in isolation for all those days, and whether it turns out to be a good thing or a bad thing. Any reality TV show anyone does is a risk. That's the whole point. You could come out brilliantly and everyone could fall in love with you and you could impress them to the max." She continued, "But he is a very seasoned TV professional, and I really hope that it's the right thing for him, and it does him the power of good. that he personally enjoys it and that the viewers enjoy it and that it makes him feel better and it makes everybody feel better. That's what I would like. I'd like it to be a success. Phillip has been away from our screens for the last 16 months after he quit This Morning and then ITV altogether after admitting to an unwise, but not illegal, affair with a younger, male colleague. On Castaway, he is expected to open about his personal life since departing the brunchtime show. Vanessa admitted she hasn't been in touch with Phillip since his TV return was announced, because she doesn't want to jump on the bandwagon. She added, "I just think, don't jump on the bandwagon of messaging, and I don't like it when people do that to me, and it happens to me a lot."